must have. They send a wire through the WhatsApp. Hope ain't nobody to cuss at. Shit change, but it still get pushed back. I drop me these little nigga.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Tyreek Reacts. Today we will be reacting to Lil Durk arrested over alleged murder for hire conspiracy. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that today Lil Durk has been arrested for murder for hire for the murder of Lil Pab, Quando Rondo's friend in LA. I don't know, probably a couple years ago, or was it a year or so ago? Maybe around this time or something like that. We're gonna react to the Breakfast Club giving us all the information. Let's get straight into the video.
Breaking news. This started breaking late yesterday. So first, Lil Durk has been arrested and charged with murder for hire. Now I want to back it up a bit. So previous to Lil Durk being arrested, there were 5 other men that were arrested late Thursday evening. And these 5 men were 5 men that are reportedly connected to OTF, which is Lil Durk's, like, I don't know what we call it. That's his label. That's his group. That's his entourage. That's his crew. So these are OTF members, and they were indicted by the feds in California. Now, these 5 men that were indicted are facing charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire resulting in death, as well as the use of, carry, and discharge of firearms and a machine gun in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. Now, the death that is being referred to here by these 5 men is the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo. Now, if you guys remember, some years back, King Von, who was also like a brother very close to Lil Durk, was killed in an incident in Atlanta. He was shot and killed after there was like a fight that broke out. The person and the people involved in that were connected to Quando Rondo, and there's been just this huge back and forth between the two, directly, indirectly, since that happened. So what the feds are alleging is that following all of that, this retaliation, there was a retaliation that was planned allegedly by the OTF members to get back at Quando Rondo, to kill him, and they were hired to do so, allegedly, but that went wrong, and instead they killed Quando Rondo's cousin in LA on accident. Now, forwarding it to Lil Durk. So when this news broke, of course,
it wasn't no accident. I can tell you that right now. If you shooting at a car, you don't care who's in it. You just want to hit something. And now Quando Rondo's in the car with people. They probably want to get everybody in that car out of there. Now they didn't get Quando Rondo. They got his cousin, but still, that ain't no accident. You don't shoot in the car and kill somebody, and that's an accident.
Of course, everybody is like, wait, so what's going to happen with Durk, right? So then a few hours later, it was confirmed via the Broward County Jail website, and as of 6:55 a.m. today, this is Friday, October 25th, Lil Durk is still in custody in the Broward County Jail. Per their jail online system, we have the online system records here. So
what's the charge?
The charge, he is listed as, he's being charged with murder for hire. He is being held, the description says he's being held for US Marshals. And whenever you are listed as being held for US Marshals as an inmate, that means that, yes, you are being extradited. You are a federal prisoner, but you're just being locked up by a local agency who is working with the feds to ensure that you get to where you need to go. So they're going to, I'm sure, going to take him to California, where the other 5 men are being indicted at. At this time, there's no bond amount, of course, because he's being extradited, and there is a mugshot that was released as well too. So,
and it's not the feds, right? We said it's the.
So Broward County Jail is not the feds, but when you are in custody of or being held for U.S. Marshals, that means that you are a federal prisoner. So this is a federal situation that he will be involved in. Now, there is no more details on the actual murder for hire charges. A lot of us reporters and just people are kind of piecing things together, because his crew members get the murder for hire indictment, and then he gets locked up in Florida local agency murder for hire. So we're putting 2 and 2 together. But I'm pretty sure by the time, I would say latest 9 a.m., we'll hear more. I have reached out to 2 attorneys that were listed for Durk. I reached out to reps for him yesterday, who immediately told me no comment. So I knew something was going down. This was before he even popped up in the jail system. So I was just kind of looking out to see what would happen.
Was he part of one of the 5 initially? Or was it?
No, the 5
Okay.
are separate
Gotcha.
from Dirk, like altogether. But this is just like you never want to see something like this happening, right? But I
Very
think
unfortunate.
very unfortunate. But also I think the timing is insane because Dirk just tweeted not too long ago, maybe a month ago, about everybody getting a second chance at life because his background was completely wiped. He said everybody should get second chances at life. It's about what you do with it. My background wiped clean of all cases. I'm not a felon anymore. Who would have thought? I want to thank everyone who helped push my vision forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And since then, he's actually been doing a lot of community stuff. He recently, for his birthday is October, I believe it's October 19th or the 18th. He held a huge prayer visual, a day of unity in Chicago, right before his big concert that he normally does. I think it's called like Dirk and Friends in Chicago, which was like, there were tons of people there. It was all over the place. So the timing of all this is just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I pray it's not true. I don't have an opinion until I, get more information. But if it's true, that would be incredibly sad.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think anybody can really have an opinion until this is, you know what I mean? We got to see what happens. But as we've seen in like the indictment of Young Thug, these things take time. So it's like now he's going to be there away from his family, his kids, all of that until all of this is sorted out. So we will keep you guys updated. Again, I mentioned that I did reach out to some people on Dirk's side, just trying to figure out. Also reach out to, because I was confused about where he was also at. I thought it was going to be in Chicago or California, and I was reaching out there, and he's in Florida. So we'll keep you guys updated and let you know, what else is going to be happening. Because man, never want to see it, but this is what's yeah. No, I have a question for you though. If all of this, because I was thinking about this too. When they do these big indictments, they try and connect you any way possible, the smallest to the largest, and they're alleging that they use OTF money to arrange flights and all these different things to acquire weapons to do all of this. If they cannot directly connect Dirk and he is let go free, even if Thug is let go free and all the stuff he's looking at in Georgia right now, how does this impact them career-wise? Like, because normally when people throw charges at you and things like this, it sticks, even if you're not.
Bruh, this is not going to impact his career if he got out of jail. First of all, he already had a case before for a murder of a man in Chicago, even though they couldn't do nothing with the case, so it got dropped or whatever the case may be. All of his fans, everybody who support him, already know what type of lifestyle he lived. They the ones who promoting and pushing all the beefs that's happening between him and everybody else who he beefing with, and so it's not gonna affect his career. If anything, it's gonna boost his career. Mugshots and all this other stuff, and all the feds thought they had me and all these songs or whatever the case may be. It's not going to hurt his career at all. So,
Proven guilty, right? How does this impact them, or does it?
Is it what you mean? I have no idea. I don't do those type of things. I have no idea what you mean. Break it
I mean,
down
just
for me.
at the.
Charlamagne know what you mean. He just don't want to answer your question, bro. But it can affect brand deals. I say, like, if he got some certain brand deals or whatever the case may be, it can affect those. But I don't think he has big brand deals like athletes do. So I don't think it would affect him that much.
So what I'm asking is like, okay, for instance, and had nothing to do with murder, but just looking at like and I'm asking specifically black men, right? Just looking at like a Jonathan Majors,
Okay.
right? Jonathan Majors.
Oh, for Dirk, it won't. I mean, for somebody like Dirk, I don't think this will have any effect on him because he's a rapper.
And that, you know what I was thinking about how crazy that is, right?
He's a rapper. I mean, rappers make their money off shows and record sales, and consumers still support.
But also a big thing,
and they have no reason not to support him. He's innocent until proven guilty.
I know, but I'm saying, right, even though he's innocent until proven guilty, if he walks away from this clean, hey, they brought him in, but they can't link him to anything.
Yeah, that's what I would hope, because this could be a situation where those guys got picked up and decided to implicate Lil Durk for whatever reason.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but that could be the case.
But remember the other day we were talking about the ex-CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch. We actually mentioned that earlier this morning. Morgan did.
Who's out on $10 million bond, and the story has gone away just like I told y'all it would 48 hours ago.
And what I think is so crazy is when you look at like again, the charges are different, but like a Jonathan Majors, I don't think his career will ever, the trajectory will always be different because of, his case that he went through, right? But when you look at like a Little Durk, if Little Durk walks away from this clean, and even if not, and hopefully he does, but even if not, and then he returns, he's gonna be almost like glorified in a different way because he's a rapper, and the different imagery and brand stuff that people throw on these rappers and artists. It's just crazy how all of that works and goes. And I don't know.
You talking about the double standard that exists within the media?
100%. But media,
how they can demonize and villainize people when they choose to.
100. I swear on the ride in, I'm like, man, that's crazy. It's like,
but we don't.
He'll be glorified by some, victimized by others.
But once again, we don't
know anything.
We shouldn't even have an opinion because we don't have any.
If y'all don't know what she's talking about Jonathan Majors. He was up and coming actor, a black male actor. He was in the last Creed, I think it was Creed 3. Amazing actor. And he was going through this case where they was trying to charge him with domestic violence on his wife or his girlfriend at the time. And basically, she was saying that he was abusive and all this other stuff. And what ended up happening was he ended up being found innocent, and the case was dropped or whatever. He was charged with one thing, and it was the only thing he was charged for was he was trying to flee the scene from her. And while he was trying to flee the scene, he hurt her finger. But they got videos of him trying to run away from her, get away from her, whatever the case may be. And even though this man was innocent, they still dropped his Disney. He was supposed to be in Marvel. He was supposed to be the next villain in Marvel. Everything was he was up and coming. Everything was built around him, and it kind of just after Disney dropped him and everybody wasn't sure about working with him. It kind of like messed up his trajectory because he was gonna peak, like he was gonna be the next like new successful black actor, like mainstream or whatever the case may be, and he didn't quite break that ceiling all because of that case. But he was innocent. But it was the media and everything that pushed him to basically look like a bad guy, even though he didn't really do anything wrong. And so what she's trying to say is, Lil Durk being a rapper, the media is not pushing how they should be. If he's guilty of a murder or hiring somebody to kill another man, why aren't they treating him the same way? But I understand what Charlamagne's saying. Like, rappers is different. Their fan base already understand who they are as a person. Like, music is different. So I understand what Charlamagne's saying. But he's right. Also, you innocent until proven guilty. And as far as we concerned, Lil Durk can't go to trial yet. So
Ain't that much information.
We don't.
Yeah.
But just some thoughts I had this morning when I was, looking into all this writing and like, man.
I get it.
Yeah, but we'll keep you guys locked. So, stay right here for all of the news and the updates because we will have them.
That's right. Front page news is up next. And we got Alex Rodriguez and John Hope Bryant joining us this hour. So don't go anywhere. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
So I feel like it's so crazy to me, bro. Lil Durk was supposed to be dropping an album on November 8th. And I think he's still dropping it. It's supposed to be a fire album, whatever the case may be. He just had his record cleaned or whatever the case may be. I just find it so ironic that as soon as that happened, something else pop up. But I also understand that, hey, look, if he guilty of that and you in the streets and you doing all this stuff and you think you not going to get caught, whatever the case may be, I'm not saying he's guilty of it. But I'm saying if that's the case and you in the streets, whatever, it's only a matter of time he's going to catch up with you. He already had beat that case with Von he had before. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're in the streets, you're doing all this stuff, you think nobody gonna find out. It's eventually gonna catch up to you, bro. Like, it just don't make no sense to me. Like, they think that they so invincible. I don't care how much money you got. You could be the richest man in the world. Look at Diddy. It's gonna catch up to you. You cannot do whatever you want and think that nothing is gonna happen to you, bro. And this is one of those lessons where I don't care if you're a millionaire and you think you're not gonna get away with it. People might tell on you, like, you're gonna get caught eventually. That's why everybody say criminals, if you're in the streets, you're gonna either go to jail or you're gonna end up dead. And as you can see, if you look at all his friends, his brother, everybody passed away, and now look at him. He possibly facing probably up 15 to 25, probably at least, probably minimum, just for hiring for murder. And hopefully don't get him on a RICO charge. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Hopefully y'all like it. The video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.